Living with diabetes means being mindful of your daily habits, as some simple actions can unknowingly make things more challenging. Blood sugar levels don't just rise because of food, hormones, sleep, stress, and meal timing all play important roles. Here are the top 7 mistakes that every diabetic should avoid. 1. Not skipping meals or eating at random times. Skipping meals or eating at random times might seem like a small issue, but if you have diabetes, it can quietly create chaos inside your body. Studies clearly show that diabetics who skip breakfast regularly have up to a 55% higher chance of blood sugar spikes and poorer insulin control throughout the day. Just skipping one meal sets off a chain reaction that your body struggles to fix, even hours later. Here's exactly what happens when you skip breakfast or any meal. Your liver assumes you're starving and panics. It starts releasing stored glucose into your bloodstream to protect you, causing your blood sugar to spike, even though you haven't eaten anything. Research has shown that fasting glucose levels can rise by as much as 20 to 30 points when meals are skipped, especially in the morning. You might feel shaky, irritable, foggy, or even get headaches. You might think something's wrong with you, but the truth is, your body is desperately trying to help you survive what it thinks is an emergency. Then comes the crash. Once your blood sugar spikes and drops again, your body screams for fuel, usually carbs and sugar. When you finally do eat, studies show you're likely to eat around 30 to 40% more calories than usual because your body demands rapid energy. Your glucose spikes even higher than normal meals would cause, and insulin struggles to keep up. Over time, this vicious cycle increases insulin resistance, inflammation, and even weight gain. Random meal timing also means your insulin rhythm never finds stability. People with diabetes who eat meals at unpredictable times are shown to have up to 40% higher blood sugar variability than those who eat on a consistent schedule. This means your glucose jumps unpredictably, making you feel exhausted, anxious, moody, or unable to concentrate. Emotionally, you might blame yourself or feel like you're failing, but it's not you, it's just your body reacting to constant uncertainty. Long-term, this irregular eating habit quietly damages blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and kidneys. It raises your risk of diabetic complications by around 20 to 30% because inflammation and oxidative stress skyrocket when blood sugar fluctuates this way. You might not feel it at first, but years down the road, this habit catches up and causes problems you could have prevented by simply eating meals consistently. But here's hope. Research clearly shows that simply eating at regular times each day dramatically stabilizes blood sugar, lowers your A1C, reduces cravings, and improves insulin sensitivity by up to 35%. So remember, skipping meals isn't small, it's silently hurting your body every day. 2. Starting your day with carbs and no protein. Starting your day with carbs and no protein may seem harmless, but for diabetics, it can cause a blood sugar storm. Simple carbs like toast, cereal, juice, or muffins quickly raise your blood sugar by 50 to 80 points within 30 minutes. Research shows that a carb-only breakfast leads to sharp glucose spikes, followed by crashes that leave you tired, shaky, irritable, and craving more carbs, creating a vicious cycle. Over time, this worsens insulin resistance by 30%, making blood sugar harder to control, increasing medication needs, insulin doses, and weight gain. Rapid glucose spikes also cause inflammation in your blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and kidneys, raising your risk of heart problems, vision loss, and kidney damage. The good news: adding protein to your breakfast, like eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, or lean meat, can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 40%. Protein and healthy fats slow carb absorption, keeping your glucose stable and helping you feel full, calm, and energized longer. This simple change can make a big difference in your energy, mood, and overall diabetes management, giving you more control over your day. 3. Not checking your blood sugar regularly. Skipping regular blood sugar checks might seem harmless, but it silently opens the door to complications that may not show up until it's too late. Nearly 50% of diabetes-related complications, such as nerve damage, vision loss, kidney disease, and heart problems, are linked to uncontrolled blood sugar. When you don't check your levels, you're unaware of harmful patterns forming in your body. Blood sugar fluctuations often show symptoms late. By the time you notice blurry vision, fatigue, or dizziness, your blood sugar could have been off track for hours or even days. People who check their blood sugar less than once a day face a 40 to 60% higher risk of severe complications. For example, skipping tests while your fasting glucose rises by 10 to 20 points daily can silently damage blood vessels, nerves, and kidneys, leading to long-term issues like numbness or vision problems. The good news: regular checks, 2 to 4 times a day, can reduce your risk of complications by up to 35%. Catching spikes and drops early allows you to adjust with diet, exercise, or medication, protecting your organs before serious harm occurs. Emotionally, not checking creates stress and uncertainty, making diabetes feel uncontrollable. But testing regularly brings clarity, confidence, and hope, as it shows that your efforts are working. While testing can be inconvenient, the discomfort is small compared to the long-term consequences of unchecked diabetes. Each test is a moment of courage, protecting your future health. 4. Sleeping too little or at odd hours. If you have diabetes, sleep is essential for managing your health, but many diabetics unknowingly harm themselves by sleeping too little or irregularly. Studies show that sleeping less than 6 hours a night can cause blood sugar spikes of 20 to 30%, even if you're eating well. This happens because lack of sleep triggers stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which raise blood sugar, increase insulin resistance, and tire your pancreas. Long-term, poor sleep increases the risk of heart disease, nerve damage, kidney problems, and vision loss. It also raises inflammation in your blood vessels, nerves, and kidneys, silently damaging organs over time. Sleeping at inconsistent hours worsens the situation, causing unpredictable blood sugar fluctuations. The emotional toll is significant. Poor sleep drains your energy, leaving you anxious and frustrated. But the good news is that prioritizing 7 hours of sleep per night can improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control by up to 30%, lower inflammation, reduce cravings, and lower the risk of complications. Regular sleep is key to managing diabetes effectively. 5. Letting stress go unchecked. Letting stress go unchecked. Stress isn't just a mental feeling, it has real physical effects that can spike your blood sugar. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, which signal your liver to release glucose into the bloodstream. For diabetics, this can cause blood sugar levels to rise 30 to 50 points higher, even without changes in diet or medication. Chronic stress not only affects your daily glucose levels but also increases the risk of long-term complications like heart disease, nerve damage, kidney issues, and vision loss. Stress inflames blood vessels, weakens the immune system, accelerates aging, and worsens insulin resistance. Emotionally, stress can be exhausting, leading to anxiety, depression, and feelings of hopelessness. But there's good news. Practicing stress management techniques, like deep breathing, short walks, or mindfulness meditation, can lower blood sugar by 20 to 30 points. Managing stress helps reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, stabilize blood pressure, and improve sleep and mood. By reducing stress, you regain control and protect your health. 6. Overeating healthy carbs. Even healthy carbs, like whole grains, fruits, and sweet potatoes, can spike blood sugar if eaten in large portions. For example, a bowl of oatmeal with fruit may seem like a healthy choice, but it can raise blood sugar by 50 to 70 points. Research shows that overeating healthy carbs can spike glucose almost as much as refined carbs, worsening insulin resistance by 30% over time. This constant glucose rise leads to inflammation and damage in your nerves, kidneys, eyes, and heart, increasing the risk of complications. The good news is that reducing portion sizes and balancing meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber can significantly cut blood sugar spikes by 30 to 50%, keeping your levels stable and protecting your body. 7. Thinking medication alone is enough. Believing that medication alone can manage diabetes is a common but serious mistake. While medication helps control blood sugar, research consistently shows it's not enough on its own. Diabetics relying only on medication without lifestyle changes still face up to 50% higher risks of serious complications like heart disease, kidney damage, nerve problems, and vision loss. Medications like insulin or oral diabetes pills lower blood glucose but don't address underlying issues like insulin resistance, inflammation, or blood vessel damage. Studies show that diabetics who only depend on medication without improving their diet, exercise, sleep, or stress management experience higher inflammation and oxidative stress, accelerating damage to their organs. Long-term studies indicate that combining medication with lifestyle changes, balanced nutrition, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management can reduce complications by more than 40%. Exercise alone can improve insulin sensitivity by 30 to 50%, and dietary changes can significantly lower blood sugar spikes. Consistent sleep patterns, 7 to 8 hours per night, can decrease insulin resistance by up to 25%, while stress management techniques can reduce glucose fluctuations by 20 to 30%. In short, medication addresses only part of diabetes management. Combining it with healthy habits gives you more control, reduces stress, and prevents surprises. The goal isn't perfection but progress, one habit at a time.